once mighty Alibaba, can they be mighty once again? Well, it's earnings for them this evening, and quite frankly it hasn't been that great since our last quarterly review, so it's now time for their appointment with the technical analyst, and I'm going to have a look at the charts to see where they could be heading next. So with that, let's dig in into the weekly line chart then, and the first thing to look at is the fall in the price currently from those highs end of 2020 and now sitting down 73% at multi-year lows at the moment. Another takeaway from the chart, those two trend channels, you can see how strong it was on the upside from 2019 through to that high in 21. See how it bounced outside of the channel and reverted back in, got overextended, and then that's led into that very quick fast down channel run that we are in now, and at the moment doesn't look like stopping until it gets back to 2015-16 lows in the sort of early $50. So not a healthy looking chart for Alibaba at the moment. It's a bearish direction for the 4-line break chart, so no sign of a turnaround for the bulls there at the moment. $85, $84, some numbers in for you if you want a really aggressive entry, which could happen either later today or through earnings, so something to keep your eye on. Onto the daily Heikin Ashi, well, the signals at the bottom there all bearish. Volatility starting to pick up at 87% over its longer term average of 60% as we head into that earnings period. Volume trading under its longer term moving average, so it'd be nice to see a bit more activity there. Now onto the price, our probability box calculator showing us an 82.4% chance of an increase from this price position, also bouncing off the red dashed lines there. That's the institutional sort of power price support area at the moment, so the two marrying up, so we could see a bounce here. It has bounced off prior back in March, but generally though the trend, everything else around it, all pretty bearish. So for the Renko chart, use a $2.50 block size, and as we can see, all the signals at the bottom are bearish. Trend on the price is down, and price hovering really at a point where the next breakdown is a lot further into that sort of 50 or late 40s sort of zone. If it can consolidate here, then upside wise it's got to get through that noise around $125, $126 and then pushing 160s and then 200s, but that seems a long way off at the moment looking at that trend, the signals, and with earnings out this evening could get volatile the next few days. So some options trade ideas for you courtesy of my First Trade Broker Options Play Scenario Builder. What have we got for you on the left hand side? If you're slightly bullish, want to make some income from a trade, then we've got this bullish put spread for you. Now I've put £10,000 into a hypothetical pot, $10,000, and for this trade, well, it's going to net you $120. It's got a downside of about $380, so that's what you've got to think about when doing this sort of trade. But I think the strikes 70, 75 could be quite teasing out there with the shorter expiry. Now if you still think Alibaba is going to be bearish, then you want to be buying those puts. We've got July 85 strike puts here, and if we mess around with the simulator and the price goes down to, let's say, we talked about in the charts those sort of 50 areas, then you can start to make a pretty decent return. It's going to cost you over $1,000 to do the trade, but move down to $56 area is going to net you $1,800 profit, which is 176% return, so very nice. And if you are not quite as bearish, and again want to net some income for yourself, then we've got this June 9100 call spread, and as you can see, you get $290 in the bank, max risk $710, and like I say, it looks a decent trade, capped upside, but again, you know, it's a point of view type trade where you think it isn't going to go in terms of price when you start to think about options trades. But 3 ideas for you there that you might want to think about and, you know, action in your trading. So Alibaba, bearish score all round based purely on the technicals at the moment. Not a great picture it's painting. Heiken-Ashi, Renko both very bearish. Even the 4-line break not giving us a bullish opportunity in. A couple of numbers there for more aggressive entry points. In terms of targets, upsides 1.21 and 2.52 to 1. Mainly a lower risk return due to a wider stop compared to the downside, where we got 3.66 and 5.33 to 1, but that was due to a tighter stop. But overall, Alibaba bearish. So unless Alibaba can pull the rabbit out of the hat later in its earnings announcement, then it's hard to see the trend changing from that bearish stance that we've seen now for a long time now. Maybe some Chinese government intervention changing their policy might spur on more upside. It looked like it was coming at one point, but seems to have drifted away again. Let me know in those comments below where you think Alibaba might be heading next, and all the tools and brokers, links to everything else to do with TheStopHunter also in that description below. So with that, if you've liked today's video, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the bell and subscribe buttons, and all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, good luck with the trading, and I'll see you in the next video.